So recently, to the surprise of pretty much everyone in the community, we saw the return of the legendary Steam community figure st4ck. Now, st4ck is famous for leveling his Steam account to level 5000, a pretty crazy achievement, or at least it would be if he didn't scam 3 people in the process, one of them for over $30,000. Now, this makes him one of the biggest scammers in the history of Steam, and what is shocking is that the dude got away with it for years until someone gave me the evidence, at which point I did the unthinkable. I made a commentary video. Now, st4ck saw the negative public reception to what I'd done, had a good hard think about things, and tried to get my video taken down. Not that it worked. However, recently a sentient meme by the name of HonorPixel decided he would do a little trolling and forced st4ck's Steam level up to 5001. This was apparently a trigger for st4ck to return to CSGO, and he gave Honor 2 massive donations and started messaging him on Steam, declaring that he was going to start getting more skins, and also that he was going to level himself up to 5,555 or 6,000. And he followed this up with a post on his Steam group saying that 2023 was going to be his comeback year, adding that he was going to start streaming, and he was also making a Discord server. And what he definitely hasn't done though is address the scams he did in any way, shape or form, and he hasn't paid back the victims either, and it seems like his general approach here is to ignore the fact he stole from these people and hope the problem goes away. Now, to me, what st4ck has done here is particularly bad. He agreed to pay people who trusted him and then he didn't pay them, and now he's trying to act like it never happened. On the scale of bad to worse when it comes to scamming, this is pretty much as bad as I think it gets. There are no degrees of separation, there is no plausible deniability, there are no shades of grey. He promised these guys he'd pay, then he didn't pay. This guy is a scumbag, he's just a scumbag, and in terms of raw numbers, he's also one of the biggest scammers in the space. He should not be welcomed back into the scene until he pays the people he owes with interest and acknowledges what he did. And in my opinion, the primary responsibility here is on other content creators not to give this guy any positive coverage without making it very clear when they talk about him that he's a straight up scammer who hasn't paid what he owed. Which is, by the way, a good segue to talk about Honor here. Many people didn't like how Honor handled st4ck's appearance. Some of them expressed their concerns politely, some of them definitely did not, but in my opinion, I don't think what Honor did here is actually particularly bad. I do agree that the correct thing to do whenever st4ck first showed up would have been to ask him about the past deals, but when you're put on the spot by someone like st4ck who's come in and dropped 2 huge donations for announcing his plans, it can be hard to know what to do in the heat of the moment. Most people's instincts in that environment will be to be polite. It takes a lot of nerve to call someone out in a situation like that, and I don't think most people have that nerve, and I don't think it's necessarily fair to demand someone get things right in the heat of the moment, especially if the next thing they do afterwards is to try and balance the situation, and that's what Honor did. He got Alex on his stream to talk about the scam, and then he followed up what happened with st4ck. I think how Honor handled things should be viewed holistically, and holistically, at the moment, I don't think he's really done that much wrong. It's hard to get things right in the heat of the moment, and Honor very clearly tried to make sure that he corrected 4 things afterwards, which, as far as I'm concerned, is actually taking responsibility of the things, and I think that's more than adequate.